I'm here at the Collectorfest 2022 in New Jersey at the Wayne PLA Center. You're wondering who's the gentleman that's standing in front of my camera? Well, I'm going to tell you, he's one of the most resilient men in animation. He's been through hell and back, and he's always going to keep on kicking ass. I'm talking about the one and only Vic Mignola. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, man? What a great day here.
Oh, man, I'm awesome. I'm so happy to finally meet you in person.
It is my pleasure. My pleasure. Always great to meet fans. Always great to be out.
And it's always great to hear your iconic voice. Some of my families might not know who you are because some of them are a little bit older. Please tell me a little bit about your journey into voice acting. How did you start?
Well, a little over 20 years ago, I was living in Houston, Texas, and I was encouraged by a friend of mine to audition for this little studio that dubbed anime. And I didn't really know anything about it. I just thought, hey, I love acting. I'd give it a try. So I did, and I played Vega in Street Fighter 2.
You mean the very first Street Fighter animated 2 movie?
I don't even know if it was the first. I know it was Street Fighter 2, so there must have been a 1 before it. But I just did that, and I thought, well, that was fun. But then they asked me to do another one, and it just kind of grew from there.
Did they actually use an accent from Europe, accent from Spain?
Not that I'm aware of. Our dub was done in Houston.
Okay. So Vega was your very first character. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, man. So what was one of the most difficult auditions you ever had to encounter?
Auditions are one of the most difficult roles. Well, auditions are not typically that hard. It's once you get into the show and you're playing a character for a long period of time. Like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. If you were auditioning for a character that screams all the time, you could scream for 30 seconds for an audition. That's no big deal. But what if you get cast and then you have to scream as that character 3 times a week for 2 years? You know what I mean? So actually playing a character that has a lot of physically challenging voice work is a lot harder than just auditioning. I always like to tell people, don't audition with a voice that you don't want to do all the time. You know, like if you go into an audition, everybody, that was an evil Australian woman from off camera who threw a dinosaur at me. Fortunately, I love dinosaurs. I always tell fans, like, if you go into an audition, like, and you're supposed to play, like, you're auditioning for, like, some goblin or something, right? And you want to go in there and do something like this. Okay, that sounds fine. Yeah, but can you do it all day long? Because that'll kill you after a while, right?
You know, it's funny, though. Lex Lang said the same thing to me when I interviewed him. Yeah, he was in this. He told me he had one horrendous studio session where he had to use his vocal cords to the point of no return, and then when he was done, he was talking like he was an old man.
Yeah. I do a lot of singing. I do a lot of music work professionally, and I've lost a lot of my singing voice because of all the screaming and yelling over the years.
Did you make contemporary pop music, or was it classical music?
Yes, I do a lot of different styles of music. I've got 6 CDs on iTunes of all original stuff, and I've been doing music twice as long as I've been voice acting.
You ever thought about creating your own original animated production?
Oh, I've thought a lot about it. I think about a lot of things, but I don't.
Come on.
This is her. That's her. Look. This is her dinosaur.
Yeah, I know. Woo. All right.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, it's not as easy to do as it is to think about, but I'd love to do it.
I mean, you got to be involved with the right people, and also, as long as it's not being drawn. Oh my God.
Oh, and now she wants the dinosaur. I did not throw it. I just pretended.
He did the right thing. But yeah, because here's the thing what's going on right now. I was watching an interview with Larry Houston. You ever heard of Larry Houston?
I think so, yeah.
He's a famous producer. He used to work on all the Marvel Comics cartoons back in the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
and he was interviewed by this young man. He said the one thing that's going on with in the American animation scene is that everything they're producing nowadays is just a bunch of damn comedy cartoons. No more action, like, And I agree with him because the only action we get is anime from Japan, but original action here and for America, that's it's a problem. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's a good point. I think there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of variety out there. I think it just depends on where you look. If you're only looking on Cartoon Network, you may not find it, but there's Netflix and Hulu and Prime, and everybody's making a lot of original stuff. So I think there's something for everybody out there.
Yeah, but I'm old school. I like action stuff. Like, for example, I enjoy your rendition of Broly.
Oh, thank you. I love Broly.
He's a very evil man. I'm sorry, not evil, but very confused young man.
Yeah, Broly is misunderstood. He means well.
Kakarot!
Oh, yes. You could sum up all of his lines pretty much with one word.
Kakarot.
Yes.
Oh, man. So, are you working on anything new right now?
I am, actually. When COVID hit, of course, and shut a lot of things down, I started doing audiobooks.
Nice, man.
I have a studio in my home, and I do audiobooks from the comfort of my home. And
That's beautiful.
I've really enjoyed that. And then I've got some animation stuff that I've been working on. So I'm, I've been invited to several events, and I'm very, very grateful to meet good people and get out and see people that have enjoyed my work over the years. So I'm very grateful.
Vic, you're one of those awesome voice actors, man. I mean, we're still thankful you're around, kicking ass and taking no prisoners.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I just love what I do. I have been so grateful, to get the opportunity to do what I've done over the years. I'm very grateful. And so thank you for that.
Well, you make a lot of people very happy.
Well, a lot of people make me very happy. It's so neat to come out and, when you record, when you do voiceover work, you're in a recording booth. There isn't any audience there. There isn't anybody laughing or crying or listening, to what you're doing. So you never really know how it's going to be perceived, right? Are they going to like what you did, right? So it's always gratifying to come out and meet people who have enjoyed your work,
So one question I do have to ask, be the devil's advocate. Have you ever rejected scripts saying, you know what, this is not really for me. I have to pass on this because I don't feel I'm going to do justice to the job?
Many times. Many times. Yes.
Was it some really terrible cartoon? Was it a job that wasn't, you didn't?
I'd rather not get into the specifics, but let's just say this. There are things that I have been asked to do. There have been things that I've been asked if I would be willing to be a part of, and I would look into them and be like, I don't have a good feeling about that. And sometimes you make a good call, sometimes you make a bad call, but you just do the best you can. That's all any of us can do, right? You can just do the best you can.
In other words, you're just being responsible. You don't want to let the fans down. So you say, you know what, I'm going to pass on this.
Exactly.
And you're just being responsible.
I want to try to be faithful to my own convictions. You know what I mean? To who I am. And like I said, none of us are perfect. I mean, we all I shouldn't have done that, or this was a mistake, or I shouldn't have said yes to that opportunity, or I should have passed up that one. But you just do the best you can every day,
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you strike gold, but sometimes you just learn to say no. All right. Are you working on any live action productions?
Yeah. Actually, last year I did a couple of live action films, and I've got a couple lined up this year. And
Are you allowed to talk about these live action productions?
Well, I did a Silent Hill live action film last year, and I did another horror film last year called Quiet on Set. It's not been released yet. It's still being edited. I've got a couple of things lined up this year, and I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about my Star Trek series.
Let's hear about the Star Trek series.
Just look up StarTrekContinues.com. We rebuilt the entire soundstage from the original Star Trek series, and we made 11 full-length episodes that finishes the original Star Trek that was just canceled. And I get to fulfill my childhood dream of playing Captain Kirk. So,
Well, you do kind of look like him.
Right there.
Did William Shatner give you his blessing?
I don't know. I think he knows about it, but we didn't ask for anybody's blessing. But hopefully they love it because we paid tribute to them. Like it was our. I like to tell people it was my love letter to Star Trek. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Vic, I have to say, you're amazing, man. You're doing a lot of crazy stuff and amazing stuff. It's a pleasure to have you here on my show, and thank you so much for sharing your talent with the world.
Thank you. It's been, like I said, I've been more blessed than I ever deserved. So I am so incredibly grateful for the opportunities I've had and meet good people. And I'm so humbled by the support and the encouragement of so many people. So thank you, anybody watching. Thank you. And we do our best,
You're a wonderful guy, man, and I know you always try to do the right thing, and sometimes doing the right thing may come with a little consequence, but, you're resilient, you're tough.
You can only do your best, That's all you got.
Well, Vic, thank you so much. I'm going to end this interview. Guys, it was a pleasure having Vic Mignola on my program. This video will be up in a couple of days, so it'll be on YouTube, and everyone will get to be able to watch it and see, the great Vic Mignola. He's still around kicking ass and taking no prisoners.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, man. All right, guys. See you later.